Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build Springfield. Episode... Let me look. Hold on. Episode 60. We're back in the residential area today. We're going to be building Reverend Lovejoy's house. The Lovejoy residence. A really beautiful looking house, may I add. Very, very nice. And should be a really fun one to build. I think the first thing that we need to do is work out exactly where the driveway is going to be. That's going to be our first step. We don't want to go too close to the wall. Well, we sort of do want to go quite close to the wall. We know that... well, let's start over here. I noticed on the garage, there's actually a darker block at the bottom. So we'll put that in first. Is that far enough away from the road? I think so. I think that's a very good distance. So then we'll do that. And we'll make this 5 wide. We like to make our garages 5 wide. Set to stone. We're jumping straight into it today. We're busy. We've got to be busy today. And then I also noticed, if you look down the side of the driveway and the pathway into the house, there's like a miniature curb. A really cool design. I love how every single building in Tapped Out, or in The Simpsons, you know, we're using the Tapped Out buildings to be able to reference from, but every single building seems to have its own little unique parts to it. It's really, really nice to see. It's nice to see that they're not all the same. Every single episode is going to be different. Very, very cool. Okay, so we've got that, and then we've got this lighter sort of white clay I'm using here for the garage and the main colour of the house. This also needs to be in like a diagonal, so we're going to put that there, that there, and then colour those up the same. I will also put a row of those along the front and probably up the side here as well, just so we can get the garage door in, you see. So we'll get a garage door to go. Is it this way? No, it's this way around. Nope, like this. Wonderful. I've got my hammer and everything ready. Like, I'm pretty sure, okay, I know I say this every episode, pretty sure that this episode I've got it all under wraps. I've got everything all planned out. Okay, let's get our one back there. There to there. Oops, set that to stone as well. Okay, wonderful. That's that in. And then above here, the roof might actually go on this level. It might do. For the moment, I'm going to leave it up here. We shall have to see how it goes. And then that goes on the top there. There's also a little window poke out in the middle there. So we'll put that down. We might as well put the glass in and stuff as we go. It'll look nice. And then get these darker ones. So I've got light pink for the roof. And I've got dark pink for the sort of detailed surround parts. But that looks really, really nice. Okay, so now we've got that in. Let me get comfy. I've got a new chair on the way as well. I got burps as well. How embarrassing. I got a new office chair on the way. I do like this office chair. I've used it for over a year now. I think I want this. Well, 2 wide might be too small, but 4 wide might be too big. Nah, 4 wide's good. I've used it for over a year now, I think. And it's just started to get a little bit uncomfy. The sponge in it is starting to go. And it makes your bum a little numb after a while. And I've been sitting here for a little while today doing some off-camera stuff on other series and all that kind of stuff. So it does get a little bit uncomfortable. So I've got a really nice chair coming. It was actually a good price. Maybe I'll show it in the if it comes by the time the next vlog on the first is. I'll show it in the next vlog. If it doesn't come, I'll have to show you it in the vlog after that. Or you might see it in a face cam if we do some sort of face cam video. That's not 4 wide. The reason why I'm doing this 4 wide is because if you look on the picture, it's actually split up into two into 2 smaller windows, if you know what I mean. So we'll have this one come around here. And then they go in the middle there. So we get that sort of 2 window look that we get on the picture. Looks really, really nice. I say it nearly every episode, but these little windows, sort of frames that we do, makes every house look so much cooler. There's so much more detail you can get in by doing that. Okay, so there's that. And then there's a little extension on the house, and I'm pretty sure that this extension, I'm going to do 1 block back from the rest of the house. And this has got another 4 wide window in there. So we're going to have this up here. 4 wide. That goes to about there. And then the glass goes in here. I'm not going to bother too much about the detail for the moment. I want to get the blueprint in. Okay, so now we've got that. The next step is a pretty tricky one. What we've got to do is we've got to go along here with these blocks. Because the roof on this one, the reason why I chose this building to do next is because the roof on it is really, really intricate. There's some really intricate bits to it, and I'm really excited to see how well we can do it on Minecraft. Obviously, we can't get it exactly the same, but we could do some stuff to make it as close to as at least I can possibly get. So then we have this coming along the top of this. Obviously, these will be dyed in the light pink color. This pink. Let's just see if this does look good. This is pink wool, but it doesn't have like a wool texture on it, unlike some of the other ones. It's very strange. If I go to wool, check this out. Some of the wool has like a plain texture. Some of the wool has a wool texture. It's very odd. I don't quite understand why whoever made this texture pack many, many, many years ago by the looks. I don't know why he decided that. I know some of the, I know this texture pack is very old because a lot of the features actually don't have any color, any texture on them, you know, like the new plants and even some of the older stuff don't. So it's a little bit weird. Again, I have no idea. You guys were asking me what texture pack I'm using. I'm just using a Simpsons texture pack I accidentally came across at some time. So I can't find it again. I literally found it accidentally. You guys will have to go and search about for it. It won't be that hard to find if you look hard enough, I suppose. But yeah, I'm sorry that I can't do a link for that. And the same with the mods. You guys were asking me, or a couple of you at least, were asking me to make a mod pack of all the mods on this so you guys can get it working on your computer. There's a couple of problems with that. The first problem, I didn't actually make the mod pack. I'm not very good at mods, so I had to get a guy, well, now a friend, in fact, that really knows his stuff and knows how to do it properly. I had to get him to do it for me, and to this day, I still absolutely have no idea how he managed to do it. I spent literally days, over a week, trying to get it working by myself, and then I said to him, no, I need you to do it, I need some help. So then he done it. The other problem with making a mod pack is I legally cannot do it. I cannot take other people's mods, put them into a mod pack, and then put it up for download without the mod maker's consent. And I just, to be honest with you, don't want to go through the hassle of getting hold of the mod makers. I'm sure you can understand how difficult alone that can be, trying to get hold of mods and map makers in order to be able to use their stuff. It can be quite the drawn out process, and I just don't have the time to do that. It's not as easy as you're not allowed to just make a mod pack using other people's mods and then just take them and let other people download them. You're not allowed to do that legally, so that's the only problem that I'm doing there. And the other one that people said is, can you do a world download on like your next 25th episode or at some point? Why isn't that going upside down? Why? Oh, because you're joining up to there? That's really frustrating. What if I do that first? That done it. Wonderful. Oops. The other one was, what was I saying? Oh yeah, world download. Can you get a world download set up for us? I would do, and I might do on the next world download or whatever, on the next 25 episodes. The only problem is that without the mods, it's not going to work. I don't think you'll even be able to load this up in a normal world and just have the houses without the microblocks. I'm pretty sure that it will just not work. 99.9% sure, because this world runs on Forge, it runs on the server with the world edit. It's all very, very confusing, and I literally don't understand much of it at all. I'm just sort of fortunate enough that I knew someone that was clever enough to do it. So yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. This roof, this is going to be hard. If we go up in the normal stair fashion, it might end up looking a little bit too tall, but it might also be the only option that we have. So I think I might have to do it. So if we have that going up there, there is a little window in the middle here, and it's like one block higher than this window. So if we run this along here, we find where we want the middle point to be. If we had the middle point there, I think that makes a lot of sense. So we'll make a little 2x2 window to go in here. Put the glass in the middle. And then we'll put this around the outside. Oop. Like this. Gently now. And it has a split in the middle of this one. It's a slightly different window design to the others. Daytime. Wonderful. And then, how many blocks is that from the window? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then stack this up. I think this is about right. We might have to do some modifying afterwards. But this goes up here. We might even have to move that window up another block as well. We definitely have the room, the ability to move it up a block if we need to. It might look a little bit weird down there. In fact, we might have to move it up to there. That might look like a million times better. Oh, shoot. They're so hard to hit dead on. I was doing so well. Alright, and then we put this around here instead. Wonderful. Okay, so we've got that in there. That looks pretty good. The garage roof here sort of connects up in a really weird way, might I add. It's a very, very strange one. I want to leave that for a little bit longer until we get at least a sort of whole garage done. If you look very carefully at the back of the garage, the wall actually comes out. This end wall seems to come out further than this garage here. So what I'm going to do is I might go one more block. And then that goes up and it comes down and it sort of joins up halfway. I think I'm going to go another one like this. And then we'll run this along the back here. Fill this in. Okay, wonderful. And I think that's pretty good. What idea is this? 159 on the dot. That's nice and easy to remember. We'll go from there to there. Replace air with 159. If we do the set command, it'll get rid of the darker ones. Makes it a little bit quicker for us. So put that there. Dot this up the same way as we had before. Okay, and then we've got most of the garage in. That's got to be a pink one, though. A light pink on the top there. Like that. And we know this has to run down the middle of the garage here. Oop, like that. Okay, wonderful. That looks good. And then it sort of goes up to a bit of a pointless peak, it seems to me. But there we go. We don't have an image of the back here, so we're going to have to make this up for ourselves. From the looks of it, though, we can tell that it's pretty square. There doesn't seem to be any sort of extension, at least not that we can see on the back. But then I'm going to drop this extension on the side here. This does look like a normal house extension. So we'll drop that one block on the back like we did on the front as well. That's a pretty good idea to me. We know that there can't be any windows down here, at least in my opinion, because there's a wall that runs down there. But we can do a window on the back the same as the front if we wanted. Like this. Let's have this going up to the same height as this one over here. Like this. Oops. And then we might as well just fill all of this in and then knock the windows out afterwards. So we can knock the windows out. 1, 2, 3, 4. We might as well make it pretty symmetrical. I like the houses that look symmetrical. I'm not a huge fan of doors when they're symmetrical. But in the case of this building, it seems to like it's going to look better. So I'm going to go with that. I'm not going to put the central window in, though, on the back here. Why is that so far off? 1, 2. That one. Perfect. Okay. Put the door in there. Wonderful. And then there's the blueprint of the house. We know the footprint. We know the size of it. It's a very good size compared to the other houses, I think, as well. It sort of is definitely to scale with the other buildings. And from the looks of it, see this pink that just wraps around here. I think we've got the same thing on the back as we do on the front. We've got these ramps that go down the back here. Exactly the same as the front. So it's going to give a really nice looking design. And we know that this has to come back one more block to come up there like that. Oh, there's actually a second story on this extension. I didn't even notice that. But it is lower than the other ones. I think I'm only going to have a 1 block break between it. That's what it looks like to me. Now, we've got an odd number here, but there's 2 windows. So we can either do it as 2 thin windows like this. And I think that's the way I'm going to do it. I think that's the one. So we're going to have that going along there. And we have these running along there as well. That might be a little bit too high, actually. I might, if I put one in there and there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Put the glass in there and there. And then there's a break in the middle of the window on these ones. Oh, missed you. Like that. And like that. Oh, and there. We've got the ones to do on the bottom there. I'm leaving most of the glass to do off camera whenever I take a break away. But yeah, let's put this on this side. I've got a feeling that the window isn't on this side because of how the roof sort of looks on top of the extension part of the building. So I'm going to leave the little 2 window that we've got on that side from this side. So that just goes up there. I like the height of the roof as well. I thought it was going to be too steep, but I think all in all, it's actually going to suit the house a lot better. We'll have that going down to there. And that going down to there. I'm going to do the same windows on the back as we've got on the front there. Like that. And we can actually get away with some windows on the side here because this is actually going to be above the other window, the wall, sorry, on the other side there. So I'll do that, I think. I like that. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay, and then we know we need these running across on the top here. Whoops. It always does that. And there. And the same on this side. I wish you could use World Edit with these. It would make make roofs so much quicker. In fact, it would make building anything on here amazingly fast. It's already a lot quicker being able to just fill in most of it with World Edit anyway. So I think what I'm going to do here, I think what I'm going to do here is I know this roof is meant to be thinner, like lower, more acute of an angle, but to keep the slopes, we're going to have to do it at this angle here. We've done it throughout the building, so it's just going to make sense. And it still ends up being lower than that anyway. So it should look good. So that joins up to there. They go along there. That goes down there. And then that just leaves us that little tricky bit there. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do all of the easy bits of the roof. And then I can come back, okay? I'll be 2 seconds. Alright, roof's all done, and I went ahead and I coloured around all the windows as well, so it's looking really, really nice. Just got this last little tricky part, and I know this is going to be tricky, which is why I've left it to be able to do with you guys, because I just feel like something isn't going to quite go to plan. It might all go fine. Might. The only trouble is, right, is it looks to me like this is meant to go all the way up to a peak, and then all the way down to a peak. But the only trouble is number one, we've got a window in the way. Number two, the peak is going to end up at about this high, if not exactly this high from my eyes, which means it's going to be higher than the garage, which then gives us another problem. So, I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut down, let's make it daytime. I think what we're going to do, we're going to have to use some slabs, okay? We're going to have to use some pink slabs for this. And we're going to go up every half slab instead of every block. Okay? So we'll take that away. We're going to put a slab in there. And we're going to come up, each time we're going to come up a half slab. And hopefully that will still be enough. We need to start at the same height though. That is something very, very important. Well, if we go there, there, there. And then come down this way. Oh no, we were on the same height. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, it makes things so much easier. Now we are still actually one half or above the garage, which I really don't like. I really don't like that. So I do want to drop this down even further. I think I'm going to take that away. We might as well remove all of these. They're going to be no good for us. So if we remove these and we move this in by 1 block, like this. That's going to end us up... Where is that going to make us end up? If we end up below it, I'm not going to be changing it. So that goes up there. That goes up there. And oops. And now we end up still half a block above. Collapsible blocks I'm really not interested in. They are way more hard work than what they're worth. I think what we're going to do then is we're going to come up every 2 blocks instead then. So we're going to start it. Yeah, that's good to start there, actually. And then do that one. We had 1 block there, so we'll come up. Is it there? I've got a feeling it isn't. No. I'm going to go there. No. Because we've got this slab there. If that's going to be like that, we'll take that one away. I've got a feeling like we're still sort of off, though, now, if we do this. Because I'll go over the top. I should always do it this way. And then there. Oh, how did I do that? How am I this far off? I thought we were doing ever so well this episode. I was like, 17 minutes to get to the roof. That's pretty damn good. And then from there, it's all gone a bit downhill. Okay, there we go. That's it. That's it. That's nice and below now. I like that as well. And then this isn't going to tie in perfectly, but we might be able to tie it in. Okay, if we use slabs, in fact, for most of it, let's have that there. We'll tie it into the slopes as best we can, but we all know that they're not going to tie in perfectly, because obviously it's not how Minecraft works. So we'll have that there. Oh, a stupid fly on my head. Put that there. I think I might also go under there. Go away, fly. Get out of here. Put that there. Put that there. Oop. Colour that. Yep. We know that these slabs are going to have to come over the top here. Now, does that give us... That doesn't. Cool. I was really worried if that was actually going to give us a hole or something like that. So then we'll go with these blocks. Like this. And we've actually done it right. We said that the peak to this is actually more towards the back of the building than the front. And that's what we've managed to do. So we've actually unwillingly done what we said, or done what we wanted to do. And then I think we'll put that... Oh, no, we can only have full block. Oops. Full blocks there. And a slab. I think... maybe like this. I know it doesn't tie in perfectly, but there has to be a point in Minecraft where you say, you know what, that's as close as we're ever going to get. It's a difficult roof. We knew it was going to be a tricky roof. It actually ties in well. From this angle, it looks perfect. It looks like the picture. So I'm very, very pleased. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Okay, so we've got a chimney on the top. The chimney looks to be right dead in the center of the roof. And it looks to be about, yeah, I'd say there, in fact. So I'm going to colour that. Should be an easy one to do. It comes up a little bit higher than the rest of the roof. And then this one, I did cut these down as well. We found out that these are the better ones to use to just run around the chimney with, aren't they? We found it out last episode. I think it was last episode we'd done that with Fat Tony's Mansion, wasn't it? And then I saw that one placed wrong. There we go. There's the chimney in. There's also a satellite sort of style thing. These always don't look as good as they do on the picture, but I do like to do them anyway. You can only do them in certain directions, so you have to be really, really careful about how you place them. We'll do it like this, and then we'll have another one on top like that. And that's as close to the air. Oops, that's as close to an area as we can get. It looks okay, though. It looks like it's sort of meant to be what it is. And then it's just the garden. I think we've done everything else. Oh, the doors, obviously. For the door, I think I'm actually going to get... what purple do we have? That's a pretty good... No, I'm going to use this dark pink, I think. It blends into the door a little bit, but oh well. And I think we're actually going to use... I was thinking about using the Carpenters garage doors. I know we've been doing this a lot on last episode that we said we were going to just stick with blocks from now on. But I think we can get... That's not quite good. That's sort of okay. I think we're going to go with that. So we'll colour that up. Yeah, that actually looks good. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Let's do that on the back as well. Whoop. Where's my garage doors gone? I wish I would... I have 9 spots, and I always get rid of the exact ones that I need. It goes along the top here. Colour those in, and then we hit it with a hammer a few times. There we go, perfect. We could go with a different door design on the back here, couldn't we, actually? We could go with that one for the back. Yeah, I like that one for the back. That looks pretty good. Okay, wonderful. Now, there's a little bit more to do. We've got a wall that needs to go in. And it looks like it actually runs like down the side of this building. So I'm going to go from here. And how many up do we want to go? We want to go to the same height as the top of the window to there. And then set this to 159. Perfect. And then we're going to grab a nice half slab. I didn't cut one down, huh? I thought I would have cut one of those. And then we'll cut this down in half. Just as a nice little half slab to run along the top. Let me pick that up because I might need it. I don't think I will though. Okay, and then run this along the top of the wall. Really nice wall actually, isn't it? Really nice colours in the house and this wall. I like the sort of dark pink and the cream together. Very, very nice. Very inspiring. So we'll run that all the way down there. That probably does go further into the back garden as well, but we don't worry too much about the back gardens. I usually do them off camera whenever I get a chance. Alright, so then we want to do from there to there with set to stone. And run this down the outside. I'm actually going to just colour this or replace that by hand. I don't want to wait for it to grow back. I'll put these along here. Something very nice about Microblocks on top of grass is that they don't seem to kill the grass. And that's quite surprising, isn't it? Because anything that you put on top of grass usually just kills it. But Microblocks don't seem to. It's a very nice touch. Alright, so there's the wall in there. It looks like... I'm not going to put any of the brick style things in the house, but we do have to do it in the wall here. Chisel and this one. So I'm going to put one in right there. And I'm going to put one in right here and right there. And that should probably be enough. Oops. I think... Oh, go away. And I think I want to do the bigger ones, in fact. Yeah, these ones. Like that. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's just a little bit of detail on that wall. It doesn't really need to be that much. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've actually got some spruce. Oops. I've got some spruce for this one. To go around the doors and stuff like that. We know these are like little perfect square ones. So we'll have, I think I'm going to do it like that. And like that. Do we want to add like a little bit of unevenness to it? I think so. I think that looks better. We'll have some unevenness on this one as well. Like that. We've got this spruce one, which is a taller one. We can't cut down the spruce leaves. They just turn to oak whenever you cut them down. So that's fine there. We've got a bush in the corner here. So we'll add some really cool shapes to this. And like this. Sort of build it out as we go. Slowly getting smaller and smaller blocks. You've seen me do this before. You start off with the biggest ones and then you slowly work down to these little nub ones. And we'll put one there as well. There's one in the front garden about here somewhere. I'll move that back one. And we're going to put a little bit of a design on here. Something like that. And there. And then do some of these smaller ones in some spots. Like that. Perfect. One right there. And then there's another perfect... Oh, we've done that one. We've done that one. And then just 3 spruces down here by the looks. We'll have one there. We'll have one there. And there isn't a middle point. Shoot. I'm going to move this one back then. Like that. Perfect. Daytime. What do you think? I think that looks pretty damn good. There's a little post box or something I've just noticed. Post boxes never look good in Minecraft, I must admit. If I grab this one... That's a little bit too thick. Let me cut down another one. Where's the crafting table? Let's just do this. If we're going to do it, might as well do it properly. We'll get that. Cut that down. That'll still go in the middle. The smallest ones won't go in the middle, but those ones will. And then we can't cut this down anymore. So we'll put that... no, it's still too big. Now we must be able to do something here. Do that. Do that. And then... if we do something like that... with this sticking through. It's not great, but that's as close as we can get, I think, in Minecraft with the Microblocks. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. I'm actually quite pleased with that. Alright then, I'm going to leave it there. Do we have... hold on a minute. Wand. I think I do have Jessica Lovejoy. I think I've only got Reverend Lovejoy over there. At the church. These could be anywhere. I don't think I even called her Jessica. Lovejoy 2. No, that's not it. That was a wrongly named one. I know I did accidentally name a couple of these wrong. There's Teen. There's Reverend Lovejoy. We've got him at the church, but I'm pretty sure we've got the wife and the kid, Jessica. So, just have a quick through. If I can't find them, I'll do it next episode or at the next world tour. That's usually when we go through the the people. It must be one of these. Nope, that's not Jessica. That's Kumushio or whatever name. There's Jessica. Alright, then we'll put her down then. Jessica. We'll make her smaller. Size 3. There she is. And I'm pretty sure that we've got the mum. I can't remember her name. I know you guys are going to go nuts for me not remembering it. And I think because I named it wrong. Because I named it wrong, it means the other one is going to be under a different wrong name as well. So this could be literally any of the females, I think, because I know I accidentally got one wrong. Let's have a quick look. Just before we end up the episode, I know I'm probably a little bit over time. That's Ghost Mod. Luan is Luan. It's going to be one of the female ones. Hold on a second. If we can't find it, then we can't find it. Manjula, Marge's mum. That is definitely Marge's mum. Old man, because I forgot the name. Patty and Selma, Sherry and Terry, Sideshow Mel. It's got to be one of these if we've got it. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's her mum. Perfect. I can't remember the name, so I'm just going to leave it as Tilt for the moment. You guys can let me know. It's in the back of my mind. I just can't spit it out. If you guys enjoyed the episode, then hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!